Hello there all my yarn lovers. So in today's video I'm going to bring you along to Aldi because it is the, I guess, autumn yarn event that they have been doing for a few years I think, and I thought I'll bring you along because I'm going anyway, so why not, and we'll see what happens. So I have had a little peek prior, see what they have, if anything of interest, and I have thought a couple of things I wanted to probably see about getting if I can, that I have some specific projects in mind. So let's just go and check it out. So we are just arriving at Aldi for the yarn, see what they have. I just saw someone with yarn in their trolley, so I'm hoping there's still some left, so I think we just need to go in and have a look. So we found the yarn. It seems a little underwhelming compared to what I expected. This seems to be it. And for some reason I thought these were chunkier. They're not as chunky as I thought they were. I swear last time they had an even chunkier one than this, but I was thinking getting some of this. But the chunky one I'm thinking of was also higher priced than last time, but I like this colour. Actually feels really nice. I also like the grey. I have to get some of that. And I'm thinking looking at some DK I wanted to look at as well. Just a couple of the colours. Mostly because of the coasters that I'm making, like with hats on and stuff like that. Some of these might be useful for that, because I use a DK size for them. The pink and the red maybe. It seems like they're all, literally everyone is the same price minus the macrame cord, which I also was considering getting some of because I don't have anything like this. Maybe try and make some like macrame wall hangings would be nice. And we got some hooks and needles. Okay, so I think they should have circular as well here. The colours, the pretty colours. Don't really need any more hooks. These are quite long. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that could be maybe handy. How much is it? Is it the £4 or? No, it's a ball.
No idea.
Let's look online then. I was thinking about getting one of these, especially for a cheap price. Give it a try. But then we have the baby yarn. Chenille type yarn, which is super soft. This is actually nicer than I feel like what they had in the past. This is like all the way around, where previously it was more like on one side. This actually seems really nice. What's this colour? Oh, that's lovely. It is the same price basically.
Yeah.
£4 for the, what is it, spinner?
Spinner, yeah.
This is actually a nice colour. Like a dusty lavenderish. They are super soft. They're actually nicer than I feel like the ones they had in the past. And that's quite a nice one as well. Delicate green. And then of course we have the variegated ones. I do like that one. I also actually really like this one. Green. And that one's nice, and again, same price. Damn. Might have to get more than I expected. We got some, oh, these are, what are these? Aran yarn. I don't think I'll get any of that. Not really sure what I'll use it for. And I think also, they're like something mixed with wool, which I'm not really a fan of wool. There's a bit to choose between. And back to this. I think I'm going to have to get one of these and try it. Actually, it feels like it spins quite nicely. Yeah, it's just like on top of... Feels quite smooth. Yeah. So that's £4. Not that label, but Still £4. Oops, daisy. Right, and I'm thinking of this for the bag that I have at home. I want to do a tutorial for. I showed in a previous video. I'm thinking the blue, but I also quite like the grey. The question is, how many would I need? I'm not sure. How many meters? About 50 meters. There we go. 129. I'll get a few of them. I think I'm going to get some blue. I think some grey as well. Let's put on the basket. Oh, that one's, I didn't see that. Bit too brown. Grey. I'm not seeing many greys. Usually a good thing for the hair, but oh, here we go. You gotta dig. How many is
6.
that? 6 of blue. I don't want to run out. I'd rather have too much than too little. Could also make it stripy. Actually, they'll go together and make it stripy. Ah well. So now 8 of blue. 1,
9, 10, 11, 12.
I think some of the DK. Know what colours? Definitely pink and red. Because I'm mainly thinking of the heart coaster. They're actually quite nice colours. They go together quite nicely. Ooh, make the main part of the coaster one colour and then the hearts a different colour. How much is in these? Ooh, 250 meters. Not bad. 12. Other designs. Stars, butterfly, flower. Ooh, leaves, green. Duh. Wish there was a yellow.
6.
I don't like this. A bit too mustardy for my taste. Oh, maybe some black actually. Ooh, another idea. Do the base of the coaster in black and then make the outer decoration the colour.
Yeah.
Instead of the whole thing the colour. Okay, distraction. This is blooming soft. I have a little one at home that I kind of try and sleep with, but it's a bit too small. This one would be nice to sleep with. Like something to hug and support your arms and stuff while you're sleeping. That actually would be perfect. How much is it? 13.
Yeah.
Yay. That's not bad, it's just but it is soft. I kind of want it to sleep with, to help support my arms and stuff. And being hypermobile and all. Oh, it's a cow. That is adorable. What is this?
Koala.
A koala?
Yeah.
That's a weird colour for a koala. I kind of prefer. Is that a cat?
Yes, cat.
The cow or the cat? Kind of like them both. Anyway, back to yarn. I do like some of these. I actually kind of like this. It kind of grew on me a bit. And same price. I do like that one too. 175 meters. Oh, that one. I like that too. But I do like that. Maybe I should have got a trolley. I don't know if I like that enough. And back to the macrame yarn. I do like it, but even to crochet with, like maybe a bag or something, or baskets. Not sure about the colours. I don't like the mustard. I think this is the best, my favourite colour out of them. What to do, what to do.
Please place your card on the card reader and follow the instructions.
So we are now back home, and I thought we could just go through some of the things that I got. So I did end up picking up a few things, which you probably saw in the clips you just watched. So see some of the things I picked up and also what my thought process was. So I guess let's just jump right into it. Now, I was especially intrigued by this one here. So they had chunky yarn again. They've had this, I think, pretty much in every yarn event that they've done. And I thought it was basically the same that they had last time as well, back in, it was January, February. So they had a really thick, chunky yarn as well. But it turns out, I'm pretty sure it's not quite the same. I think back in January, February, that was a bit chunkier than this. So this is just a little bit less chunky, I think. But I still like it, and I'm planning on using it for what my thought was, because I have a bag that I showed in one or two previous videos. It's currently still a whip, but I have actually thought of an idea of how I want to finish it now, so I'm going to finish it sooner rather than later. But I want to make some more versions of that bag and possibly tutorial as well, so I kind of thought this yarn would be perfect for that. And so this is a lovely blue, quite a dark one, but at the same time it's kind of got a bit of a tealy effect to it, which I like. So this was definitely the main colour that I was interested in for this yarn. It is, by the way, they've also got all the yarn branded with their own branding now. I'm pretty sure they didn't do that before, if I remember right, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So it's 100 grams, 50 meters approximately, and then this lovely kind of dark teal colour, I would kind of say. So 1, 2, I'm just grabbing them from the bags down here, trying to keep it a little bit organized. So of course you do get far less length in the chunkier yarns, so about 50 meters. So I got a few because I want to make sure that I don't run out in the process of making the bag, of course. So yeah, I think I got 8 of them, if I'm not mistaken, just to be on the safe side. So I'm hoping, of course, I won't need all of these for one bag. I'm pretty sure I won't. So maybe I can either make more than one or use them for something else as well. I just wanted to be absolutely sure. So that was kind of the main thing I was interested in, and I knew I probably definitely wanted to get. So I got those. And just to talk about the pricing of it, which you probably also saw during the previous clips. Let's get the receipt up to make sure. Pretty much, it seemed like this time all the yarn except for one of them was all the same price, which is also previously the chunky yarn that they had, which, like I said, is a bit different than this. It was even chunkier than this, I'm positive. Cost more, but this time it seems like all the yarn, like I said, minus the one, actually was the same price. So in a way I kind of like that, because that also makes it more manageable, less confusing, I guess. So the chunky, why am I trying to look for the price? They're all the same price. Anyway, pretty sure it was £1.29 per skein of yarn, which is quite a nice price. So I got that dark tealy blue colour, which I really liked. I think that would look lovely in the bag that I made. And in the same yarn, I think they had, I don't remember exactly how many colours, but they had a few different ones. So I did get one of the other colours as well, because I do also like that, which you can't really go wrong with that colour anyway. So that is the kind of quite dark grey. Obviously these, by the way, are all acrylic yarns as well. Let me just see. Oh yeah, by the way, it also seems like all the different yarns have patterns included inside. And it actually looks like it recommends, I'm assuming this is to do with the pattern included. It actually tells you how many skeins you need. That's quite nice. Yes, 100% acrylic. Wash dark colour separately, blah blah blah. Keep away from fire. Duh. Right, so basically this colour I got as well, same amount, 8 of them. They actually go quite nicely together, I think. Anyway, just because grey you can't really ever go wrong with, can you? It's quite a nice base colour. So that was a chunky that I got. I just got those 2 colours. The other ones didn't really speak to me too much. So that was one bag down. They also had DK yarn, which I also was interested in pretty much for a specific purpose. Plus I do find sometimes it's kind of just nice having some basics, you know, just in case it might be handy at some point. So you always have something to use. Right, so of the DK yarn, I got a few of them as well, like I said. I got black because they had that, which I think is a good thing to always have, because this will obviously match any of the other colours they had as well. Black literally goes with everything. So a black, I got 2 of them by the looks of it. And now my thought with these mainly is I made some coasters. I'm still kind of working on them. I'm also going to be doing patterns for them, where the cup or glass or mug coaster version of them I use DK yarn, and I kind of thought get some of these colours for that purpose to make some of those coasters with. I didn't get all the colours, and obviously they have fairly limited colour choice because they only had so much, but a couple of them I thought would match with the designs. So one of the coasters is hats on the outer edge, so I thought pink would work for that. So I got some of the pink. I got 4 of them actually. And also my thought started going a bit with, because the coasters, they're just like a basic coaster on in the middle, and then I have a decoration, whatever the design is, in this case hats, they're all around the outer edge. So I also started thinking it could be nice to maybe make the coaster itself of say black or white or whatever, but black, and then just the hats in pink, for instance, or red, which I also got. And that could be an option as well, which is kind of a part of the reason why I got the black as well, in case I wanted to try and mix up like that a little bit, you know, to make different examples of them and stuff. But like I mentioned, I also got some red, which is a lovely red. This, like a dark, it's a real proper Christmas red, I feel. Quite dark, but at the same time rich and Christmassy. 3 of those, and there was also a lovely green, and which I also thought of this for the coasters. Obviously red will go with hats as well, but one of the designs I have are leaves, so the green would be perfect for that. So obviously I had to get the green as well. Plus these 2 together, do they just scream Christmas or what, in my opinion? I think there was a couple of colours in the DK that I didn't get, I wasn't too crazy about, plus they didn't really match any of the designs. And oh wait, I thought something was missing. There was a couple more. One more red, one more green. They also had a really lovely baby blue. At first, now this is the thing, at first I actually didn't get this. This is the colour. Very lovely. Thinking it wouldn't really match with anything. One design I have for those coasters are stars. So thinking of stars in the sky. Sky is blue. But it doesn't really fit because it's stars, but the stars will be more, they're supposed to be yellow, of course. It's the sky that's blue, not the stars. So that's why I didn't end up getting it at first. But then of course when I got home I regretted it, because I'm like, it was a lovely colour though. So hence why this isn't straight after we got home I'm filming this, because I ended up asking the husband, because he was going to work the next day, if he could stop past on the way home from work and see if they still had any and pick me up with a couple of the blue. So he did that. So yeah, a few more of those. Again, not necessarily just for those coasters, just also it'd be nice to have some of these basic colours in your stash, and DK yarn is also a nice one to have in your stash in case one day you could use it with something, or you wanting to make something that requires that yarn and that colour, then you already have it. Now anyway, so like I said, he picked them up on the way home from work, so I had told him prior what it was, but obviously he then took a picture when he was there and just sent it to me to confirm so he got the right thing. And I said, yep, that's it. But then in the picture he took, I noticed white yarn in that picture, and these were like, it looked like they were in the same compartment thing. I was like, oh, white, I don't remember seeing that. Would you mind getting me some of those as well? Because white, like black, obviously it's always a nice one to have. And I thought, maybe the white instead of the black to match with some of these. So I asked if you could get them too. And then when you get home, it turns out it was the wrong yarn, because I was a bit like, I don't remember there being white in the DK, but I must have just missed it. Turns out when you got home, it was not DK, it was the Erin yarn, which I wasn't really intending to get. It's quite similar size, to be honest. I was just more interested in getting the DK ones. But anyway, I guess there's no harm in using it or anything. It is mostly acrylic, it's just wool as well, which is not really my favorite. But again, coasters and stuff, you're not wearing it. And as long as the thickness is right, it would still work. Anyway, so I got a few of the white Erin yarns that they had by mistake, kind of. So, oh yeah, a bit more. They also had some variegated / ombre yarn, whatever you want to call it, in different colours. And most of them I wasn't really super attracted to, but I did pick up 2 of them because I do like them. So, what do they call these? Well, they're just little cakes, I guess. Anyway, so these were the first ones. Lovely colour mix. I do love colours like this together. So I got 4 of those, all still the same price. Light blue, medium blue, dark purple, a little darker pink, mix of colours. And obviously you can't really tell how it comes out when you're using it to crochet or knit for that matter. I would say my guess is the colour changes are fairly short by the looks of it, because it seems to be pretty frequent. Whereas they also had ombre ones, which is of course then basically just changing 1 time per colour throughout kind of thing. Ombre from a darker green to a lighter green, teal green type thing. They had a few different colours of the mixed one, like I said, and then a few different colours of the ombre one here. And these were kind of the only 2 that really caught my eye and interest, I guess. But this grew on me. At first I was like, it's not really something I gravitate towards, but it kind of grew on me as I saw it there. I was like, it's actually kind of nice. And I could see that being used for, I don't know, like a shawl or a hat or gloves or something, I don't know. These are, oh, crochet gloves pattern included. What do you know? 1 yarn ball required. Nice. Now if it's for a pair, they're gonna be, now this is where my brain comes in and thinks, if you're using this 1 ball for the pair, they're not going to be the same, where I would want to use 1 ball for each glove to make them even, so you start in the same place kind of thing, so they look even with the ombre. But anyway, it doesn't have to be, just what my brain would want to do. Anyway, what does it say? I'm pretty sure it's just 100% acrylic. Oh no, actually, it's 80% acrylic and 20% wool. Okay. And apparently it's a medium size fall. So, and I almost forgot the last thing because I already took them out to get to the other stuff. One more thing I got, which is called macrame yarn, but it's not really yarn when you talk macrame, it's cord. But anyway, and it is more like cord anyway. They had macrame yarn cord as well. Now this is the only one that cost a different amount, that had a different price. I'll put it on the screen because I don't remember it right now. But anyway, they had this in either, it was 3 or 4 colours I think, and this was kind of the only one I really liked. Again, like a teal colour. I tend to gravitate towards that, don't I? Unless it's purple. Purple and like a teal colour goes lovely together as well. But anyway, so I got 4 of them, as you can see, and it's kind of, whoops, I'm falling over, like a braided cord. So completely different texture than a normal yarn, for instance. Now it would be lovely to actually crochet or something with as well. I'm thinking bag or baskets or something like that. I think that would give a really lovely look and effect, and also get, I think, more stiff than a lot of typical yarn would, because of the texture and obviously the type of cord yarn this is. So these are 150 grams. You can tell they actually feel a bit heavier. 150 grams, approximately 60 meters. I got 4 of them because, again, if you're making a bag or even a basket or something, or I did think maybe a macrame wall hanging. I've never actually done that. Mine is, I made an owl once, but it was a bit on the small side. Anyway, like I was saying, if I'm making something along those lines. I ideally don't want to run out, obviously, and the thicker the yarn, the less length you're going to get, obviously. So just to hopefully cover enough for whatever I end up making with it. I do like the idea of a bag or a basket, even with like a base, wooden base, or some other base, like a hard base that you then crochet out the sides or something. Anyway, got that as well, because I've not really had this type of yarn or cord before, so it could be interesting. So that was, no wait, I was going to say that's all I got. It wasn't. That was all the yarn I got, but they did also have some, I guess, tools and stuff, you could say. They had hooks and needles, I think 2 or 3 different kinds of needles, so regular knitting needles and circular and stuff like that. And then they had 1 or 2 sets of crochet hooks. Didn't get any of that because I already have a bit. I didn't really feel like I needed it. But they had bowls as well, by the way, yarn bowls, stuff like that. But they also had a yarn spinner thing that you can use while you're crocheting, for instance. So you put on a reel or ball of yarn, if it'll go through, skein. And if you start from the outside, it will then basically help you do it nice and smoothly, evenly. You can just keep crocheting and this will just kind of dispense the yarn for you, if that makes sense. Mostly I start from the inside, so that's not really relevant, but I also don't have one of these, so I thought for the price and easily accessible, just get one and then at least I have it, and it might come in handy sometimes. So I have one of those now. Either if, of course, you're starting from the outside for some practical reason, as in there has been an occasional time where I couldn't really find the center pole, where maybe it's just easier to take the outside then, or if say the yarn is ombre or graduated in some way, for instance like this, and if you wanted to start with that color on the outside rather than the inside, because obviously that will determine how your piece ends up looking as well, that could be a point where going from the outside is what you'd want to do. So that's where that could come in handy. So at least I have one now. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. And now I have a mountain of yarn in front of me. So that was pretty much my Aldi yarn haul for September 2025. So I hope you enjoyed coming along, shopping with me, I guess, and do a little haul afterwards, see what I got. So obviously some of the plans that I have for, not all the stuff, but some of the stuff like these, I don't know, but I like the look of them, so we'll see what happens. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching it, and I'll see you in the next one.